TJ is a young man talking about shit, doesn't give a fuck about what you think. Topics to him are not a disgrace. He's gonna tuck your ear off all over the place. He is the man right now. He is the one to fight you. TJ Talks is the next best show. It's going to be a next great hit. He doesn't care what you think. All he wants to do is...
Hey yo, welcome to TJ Talks. We are live today on a beautiful Tuesday night. How's everyone doing today? So, on today's episode, we're going to talk about school because I have to say a few things about school and why I hate, because I hate school actually at this moment in my life. So let's break it down. So, what I'm really going to be talking about is why we learn the stuff in school that we're never going to use in real life. So I'm basically be talking about like that one point and college, because yeah, you'll get the gist of it in a couple of minutes. So I'm TJ. We're live. I'm going to be live all week talking about whatever I feel like. So yeah, let's break it down. So let's talk about school. Where do we start? So, everyone who hits 9th grade, in their life, everyone who goes to 9th grade or high school, go to high school or whatnot, we all have to take a certain math course, like algebra. Algebra is one course we have to take. Everybody has to take algebra. I have one question today. Why the hell do we have to take algebra when we're never going to use it? Like, why are we taking algebra? We're never going to use algebra in our entire lives. Unless you're some, like, big-time welder or whatever, like, whatever type, a person uses algebra, we're never going to use it. I mean, I have never used algebra in my entire life. I worked in parking for several years. I've never used algebra. The only math I've used is adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and that's it. We do not need to know algebra. Why are we learning about algebra? We're not gonna. There's nothing to do with like what we're gonna learn in our entire life. Like why is the school system so stupid about teaching us so much things that we don't need to learn? I don't understand it. It's unbelievable. That's what I think. I don't understand why the school's making us learn these different subjects that we don't really even need. Like, I feel like high school should teach us, like, how to do our taxes, how to write slips about, like, or how to, like, sign, like, leases to car. Well, we really don't need that, but, like, how to sign, like, a lease to a car, or, like, how to buy a house. Like, it should teach us, like, things that we'll actually do in life, not algebra, or, like, geometry, or, quantum physics. Like, we're not going to be scientists and mathematicians. It's just the stupidest thing ever. I don't understand why people think, or school thinks, we need to do all this stupid extra thing. It's ridiculous that the school system is making us do this, making us take these stupid classes these days. It's unbelievable. Now let's get on to college. I mean, I'm in college and I'm learning the same shit I learned in high school. I don't understand. Like, that's another thing I want to know. I have a story. So I work with this guy, or I used to work with this guy who worked in the UK, and he went to college. And I said, so is your college like was it a 2-year school? Was it a 4-year school? What was it? He said, oh, I went to school for 2 years. They treated college like a 2-year program. So technically, he said, whatever your major was, communications, journalism, whatever, I did all the courses for those, for the stuff I needed. He didn't have to do any of, like, the math and history and all that stupid thing. Like, why? Okay, if you're in college, and if you're a math major, I understand, you have to take math, calculus, algebra, whatever, you have to take all this stuff. But I'm a communications major, and I'm learning about, like, I had to go through math, history, science, Spanish, what else do I have to learn? Criminal justice, computer class. I don't need to learn all that. English. Why does the school have to make, why is the school making us, like, learn about math, English, all that, like, stuff that I learned in high school? When my major is communications. I'm a communications major. I don't need to learn the stuff I learned in high school. I did algebra. I'm taking an algebra class. I learned that in high school. I'm taking a computer class. I did something like that in high school. Why do I need to go through all that hard work again? It's not that, like, I don't get it. I just really don't get it. Like, why is the school making us do all these stupid, like, things that we've learned way back when we're never going to use it? We just are going there. Like, the school should be a 2-year school. There should never be a 4-year school. I mean, maybe it takes, like, a certain number of years for people to graduate. Like, sometimes it takes 4 years for people to graduate. Sometimes it takes 5 years. Sometimes it takes 8 years for people to graduate. Sometimes people go to a community college to get their associate's degree, and and then they come back when they're, like, 50-something years old to get their bachelor's degree. But, I mean, if you're going to college, and if you're a communications major, or if you're a computer major, if you're any type of major, you should not need to learn. Let me emphasize this more. You should not have to relearn algebra, English, science, history, Spanish, Italian. You do not need to learn all that. You should have did that in high school. They should let you just go through that. Like, right out of high school, they should let you just go through whatever your major is. Like, with me, I took 18 communication courses. Or classes. Credits. Yeah, 18 credits for communications. I should be done. I should literally be done school. I should not have to take a history class. Or algebra. Or a computer science class. Or criminal justice. I should not have to take those classes. Because, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I shouldn't need to, learn all this stuff that I learned in high school. Because back then, it's pointless. I don't understand. Why are we learning stuff that we learned in high school? I don't know. I really don't know. I truly don't get it. I mean, the only thing you'll really learn, or you'll really use in life at the moment, is addition, subtraction, multiplying, dividing. English, yeah, you're probably gonna have to read a couple words or documents, whatever, but I just don't get it. I really don't know why we have to relearn all the things that we learned in high school. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense at all. It's like I'm going back, it's like I'm back in high school again, learning about this stupid thing. Like, I'm taking a history class, and I'm learning about what happened from 1920 to now. I know what happened in 1920 to now. The Dust Bowl, World War I, stock market crash, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War, let's see, hippie era, the 80s, 90s, 9/11. I'm learning about all this stuff I learned back in the day. I don't need to learn this stuff now. Algebra, I'm learning about stupid things that I learned in high school. X minus y equals 6. 5x plus 7y equals 25 or something like that. I'm learning about the stupidest things ever. Like, I should not need to learn about that. I shouldn't need to learn about that. Why am I learning about how to do that? I learned that in high school. I should not have to take an algebra class. I should not have to take a math class, period. Like a different math class. I really shouldn't. I really believe I should just take whatever communications courses I have to take. And right now, I took about 18 credits worth of communications courses, and I should let her be done. I should be done in 2 years. That's my view. I mean, what is the point of that? I just don't get it. My computer science class is kind of cool, though, I have to say. I'm learning about how to design apps. So, maybe in the near future, by 2017, I'll have a TJ Talks app. Maybe it don't, maybe not. I don't know. But in criminal justice is kind of cool. I'm learning about the criminal justice system, but that's not my major. Why am I learning criminal justice if I'm a communications major? That doesn't make sense. I should not have to do that. I should not have to learn about what happens in the criminal justice world when I'm a communications major. It's just unbelievable. Why? It's just really unbelievable that I'm doing that. The only thing I like about the criminal justice major is my teacher is a comedian. That's the only thing I like about that class. Anything else I hate. The math class. Screw learning algebra. Screw learning about the history I learned in high school or 8th grade, because I did learn about that in 8th grade, about the Dust Bowl and all that stupid shit. Let me learn about communications, what I have to take. Just let me go through 2 years of school doing communications classes where I will get my degree in journalism or TV, radio, whatever I want to do. Just let me learn about communications. Make school a 2-year program instead of a 4-year program. That's all you got to do is make school a 2-year program. You don't have to make it 4 years. Make it 2 years. Make it a 2-year program. Then I'll be satisfied with school, and then I'll probably love school, because you can get out of school in 2 years. Now I could always go to radio school, see Connecticut School of Broadcasting, CSB. I could always go there, but that's all the way in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. That's like an hour away. Why would I go an hour out of my way to go to school? That's like saying, I live an hour away, and I work like an hour away from where I work, and it takes me like 2 hours to get home every night, and it takes me 2 hours to get there in the morning, 2 hours every night. Why would I do that? That's the stupidest thing ever. Like, I mean, I just wish I just wish the school would like listen to me and just say, let's make it a 2-year program. Let's just make the school a 2-year program. That's all I ask. 2-year program, please. 2 years and it'd be awesome. But yeah, that's it for right now. I mean, I'm just pretty much just ranted about why school should be only 2 years and 4 years. I mean, I gave you what classes I'm taking. I gave you my points. School should just be 2 years, depending on whatever your major is. Nursing major should be 4 years. A lawyer should be 4 years. I mean, the stuff that us as kids go through is just like unbelievable. Like, why are we going through so many things in schooling when we can't even get a job out of high school, or I mean out of college? Like, we're in college to get a job, but most of the time we're not even getting jobs out of college. Why are we not, like, is the school preparing us to get jobs out of college? I mean, is that how it's working? I don't know. Anyways, I think school should be 2 years instead of 4 years, depending on whatever your major is. It's just unbelievable. I don't know. I mean, I just am kind of pissed that I had to relearn history and algebra again. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, that's it for right now. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll probably talk about something relevant or something that pisses me off. I don't know. Because today's school kind of pisses me off. But yeah, I'm going to talk about something relevant tomorrow. I'm TJ. That was my theme song. Not my definite theme song. I'll be on all week. And then, yeah. So, I'm TJ. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Wednesday show. And, yeah, have a nice night.